wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. That's
Now,
it.
that is going to be as how the chariot was over Israel when we were following the wilderness. The Lord gave us light. He gave us a pillar of fire at night and a cloud by day to shade us. You know, that was divine covering that we received leaving out of Egypt. So just imagine a man of the Most High and the Lord got his angel, you know, with all his elect during the time of this trouble. You're gonna be divinely covered. So these women, they're gonna take notice to that. They're gonna be able to see that. They're gonna recognize it. And they're gonna desperately try to attach themselves, man. They're gonna be literally on your ankle, grab the bottom of your pants, you know. Yeah.
It's Jeremiah 15 and 8 in the NLT. There will be more widows than the grains of the sand on the seashore. At noontime I will bring a destroyer against the mothers of young men, and will cause anguish and terror to come upon them suddenly.
And then, because we also, going back to Isaiah 4, the chapter before that, it goes into the specifics of how the conditions are going to be that leads to the shortage of men and why the women are going to be in survival mode. You know? And then was that also 2nd Ezra 16? Was that like around the 33rd verse? So even if you got a simp, so that's what makes you proud. Oh, I got a simp that takes care of everything, so I know I'm the shit. You know, I can still wear what I want. He lets me leave the house and totally disrespect him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I can still go out with my homegirls. He all right with that. Well, the Lord he gonna clear all that, man. He gonna cut all that off. Go ahead.
2nd Ezra 16 verse 32 and 33 says, and the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The woman shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine.
What are we anticipating as we speak? Military draft, continuation of war. You know, like over there with Iran, it's back on.
Yeah.
Trump just relayed a message recently. So now they're basically threatening Iran again. And this time it's going to be worse. Now we know that you've been tacoing out on these last few attempts. But unless you finna like really do something like pocket nuke or whatever you thinking, I'm pretty sure Iran, they got their intelligence ready to act with any type of force, you know. And then they about to make their move on Cuba. Well, Iran I think Iran and Russia, they sent some drones, if I'm not mistaken, to Cuba.
Yeah.
Drones, or was it missiles or drones? I think it was drones. And these are drones that can actually reach Florida.
Yeah. Because Florida and Cuba are close as hell.
Right there.
Right there. You could go to that swim, you could swim that shit.
Yeah, clearly.
Well, start something. Remember, 2nd Ezra 16, the Lord said the plague is going to be as a woman with child. The contractions, you know, when the contractions, you know, get closer and closer together, they get more intensified, more painful.
Yep.
All right, so yeah, it could be, you know, something nuclear goes off.
Yep.
You know, and that'll be more intensified what happened. You know, the bombing campaign happened 2 months ago.
Yeah.
You know,
And that'd be beautiful because it'd be closer to home. And that'll put everyone on alert. You know, that'll get that should
People will be in fear.
yeah, this gonna get everyone's attention.
Yep.
You know?
the Cuban Missile Crisis, you know, we had American schools, you know, trying to prepare for nuclear fallout. So yeah, children hiding under the desks.
They have to go do something.
All that, you know, but it's still, you know, putting in people's minds, hey, war is here, man. Ain't no bread and circus, ain't no fucking playing around. You know, just life and death, man. And that's what you people need. You need to know that, hey, missiles hurt. You know, just like the scripture said. It said, and they do hurt. That's a revelation.
I was thinking of the analogy you was using just now. I thought of an analogy I should say. If somebody sounded an alarm, what's the next thing you gotta do? Physically slap them up and pick them up. When they get slapped up, you thrust out of the air. Get your ass up, man. It's dangerous.
Yeah. So that's with war and famine. It was finna be brought to your society, your world. So it's gonna disrupt your comfort zone.
Women are the first to let you know when comforts are being taken away. They're the first to sense it. They're the first to acknowledge it. Hey, this ain't, I can't make all that gravy with this no more. I can't, you know, whatever the actors are, they're not there no more. They're slowly dwindling down. I have to make ends meet with this. I have to pull this together.
We can't forget about rationing.
Yep.
Rationing is making its appearance. You know? So, going back to what the brother is reading on the chat, it's talking about how the environment is going to change the psyche of these women. Right? This is what's going to get these women to change back to their traditional role, their nature.
Let him read that again in the bottom of whatever Isaiah 2, then he can go back to the chapter. That's why exactly why I had to read that second verse. Because that man lived up to be that covering. You ain't gonna just come here, you're gonna be my man, or whatever you thinking. It ain't gonna work that way. For especially for a man of the Lord, like get off of her head, you know.
Like I said, it's gonna be like they're going to be like Abigail.
Yep.
She ran into King David.
Bring gifts and humble.
Portions of wine and
Yep.
dried fruits and breads and
You know?
dried
So
meats.
how you gonna have to come with something to offer, not just between your legs, man. Believe me, ain't nobody gonna be able to put their guard down for no nonsense.
It's the same thing that men have been saying.
Yeah.
How long? After sex, then what? It's back in Isaiah
It's a
32.
lot. During sex, man exert his energy.
Right.
The women don't really do shit.
What are you doing?
Exactly. They just receive.
Isaiah 32 and 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech.
This is going into that condition she's talking about in Isaiah 4. You got it?
Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins.
And know what? We're going to talk about BBWs, not BBWs, what they call BBLs, and color lash, whatever things was, bro. We like natural women, especially men of the Lord. Men of the Lord like to see, we want blank canvases to walk.
I kid you not. I kid you, brothers. On my way here, I got off on what's that street? Basically, when you get off right there, you pull up at Ogden. Yeah, between the main street and what's the other street?
4th Street.
4th Street.
Yeah.
I got off right there. You go from 4th Street. It's fucking
Civic Center.
Right. It's fucking end up. I'm finna go left. She's in the middle. They about to go straight. And like, I heard something to my right. And I'm like, I don't know if that person is just talking loud on their phone. I don't know what's going on. And I heard something again. And then I turned to my right. It's the fucking end up. And her fucking long ass eyelashes just flapping away, looking at me, talking about, hey, hi, how you doing? And I just drove off.
Hey, think about it. That was a super. The lashes is a red flag.
Bro,
Super red flag. Unnatural colored hair is a red flag. Caked up makeup is a red flag.
she looked terrible. I'm getting desperate. You yelling out to me in traffic. Usually men do that to attract a woman that they see. Cat call. Now the woman is calling out now. I was not interested. I just kept it moving. Drove off. So hey, as soon as she said what she said, the light turned green. Couldn't wait to go, bro. I know it hurt her, but hey, whatever.
Got anybody's bag? That's the trash on the cake.
Alright, you got it.
Back in
You hit
chat,
all that point, right?
it says modern dating culture in many places rewards.
I'm sorry. Break that down about the.
Isaiah 32:10. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, you careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine.
It's all about the next part.
Upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars.
Okay, yeah, so the rep for the teach, right? All them social services that you get that make you feel independent, that you don't need a man, they gonna get cut off. Trump already told y'all, Section 8, you got 2 years. Putting heavy restrictions on it. There ain't gonna be no. Some of y'all third, fourth generation social services. Cutting that shit off. Okay? So what you gonna do now? I mean, you gotta go out and find work. Now let's see how much energy and how bad or mean you are, and you can pull up at all the events. Well, you didn't work on a 12-hour shift. You know, 9-hour shift. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with people, and then gotta come home, cook dinner, and deal with your kids. Hungry,
You gotta stay home. And for your husband, what are you doing at the house? Like that woman you mentioned, she want a man that can build a house from scratch, who can do this and do that and the third, but can you knead dough from scratch? Can you sew some clothes that's breathing? You know, can you plant the seed and cultivate the plant? Like, what do? You're gonna have to have some kind of substance that you're gonna have to bring to this man's position that's already established.
right? Some value. Right. So now I just want to bring up the social services. All that shit get cut off. So now you really gonna need some help. All that independent talk, this is cutting all that shit out. That was I just want to make sure that the social services part of it.
Modern dating culture in many places rewards hyper-independence, material expectations, image status, sexual marketplace competition, and delayed commitment. But prophecy describes a complete reversal caused by judgment and instability. Women in Isaiah 4:1 are not suddenly changed because of motivational speech or trend. They're psychologically changed because reality changes around them. Survival replaces ego. When society is prosperous, people negotiate relationships from comfort and abundance. But when war, famine,
That's why these women they're at ease. That's why they're like that, because they're at ease.
Done.
You can take away those circumstances that allows them to live at ease, live life on easy mode. And these women gotta basically they start to check themselves. You know, like, I can't be proud now.
You're going back to school ain't the answer. It ain't the fix all. You gotta work on your personality. You gotta work on the inner one. You got to. when a man show up, then I'll be a wife. No, you need to be already rehearsing to be a wife. Day one. Because it ain't something that's easy. Ask any real wife, go ask your grandmama that's been married 40, 50 years and find out how she made it work. There ain't a lot of them left no more either. So it's like your great grandma now. Go find out how they made it work for 40, 50 years. How much tongue they had to bite, and how much they had to humble themselves and get on grandpa's program.
Ecclesiasticus 26:2. A virtuous woman rejoices her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. I'm just saying.
No, because it spoke for itself, right?
Peace.
Read it again. Give it one more time.
Ecclesiasticus 26:2. It said a virtuous woman rejoices.
What does verse 1 say? Because I think it says something good here too.
Blesses the man that has a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be doubled.
So being wanted is something that's going to add value to a man, but it has to be a virtuous wife. And just because you read Proverbs 31 don't make you a virtuous wife. Did you get more? That don't make, no, it's a thing of action.
Hey, in this place, the husband dies fucking 20, 25 years before the wife.
It's like they put so much hell on him.
U.S., a lot of older guys in their 60s, marriage, they'll tell you, hey, don't do it, man. Don't fucking do it. So the statistics show you that marriage is not worth it.
Why wouldn't we want to do it? Because we can't find a virtuous wife. Okay, the virtuous wife are a needle in a haystack nowadays. Okay, and then all it takes is you to be able to them to be moldable. Women, they just gotta be moldable. Okay, it ain't slavery when your life is on the line. It shouldn't feel that way. Go ahead.
Verse 2. A virtuous woman rejoices her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace.
Did you read that in KJV? I mean, GNT? Yeah, let's see what this is.
Scriptures even say how a man, when he gets a woman, he begins for possession and help me like unto himself. That help me, meaning who's going to bring that peace.
That's going to bring the same standard that he lives by, the same level of help that he would do for himself. Okay, an extra set of hands. He said he had got one that's like unto himself. And that second chapter,
Ecclesiasticus 36:24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest.
a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. Because she knows that you need your strength, so she can not okay, understanding that you approve of. Okay, that's what you want in life. You know, think about it. How many times we said to ourselves, man, if it was two of me, we dominate. You know, we'd be able to knock this life out. Life would be amazing if we just, if I just had another two set of hands, another set of hands, I could really get some shit done. Well, that's what your wife was in. That's what that union was created for. Way back in the garden. Okay? But then what did Eve do? She went off trying to think for herself, listen to some random serpent man, okay? And corrupted the whole dynamic. Alright, you got it, bro.
It says, Sirach 26 and 1. It said, the husband of a good wife is a fortunate man. He will live twice as long because of her.
There you go.
Man.
You got something?
A wife who doesn't talk too much is a gift from the Lord.
Yeah. Man, you can't talk and receive instruction at the same time. talk and listen at the same time. If you're talking and listening, you're probably arguing. So just humble down, listen and receive the instruction. And most men are really just trying to get instruction. It ain't about do what I tell you. And so men, be better. It ain't about do what I tell you. As much as it's about knock out his business for the entirety of the household. Okay, not just for individually. That whole individual mindset is where it's at. And there's something that said, forgetting where I heard it, but it's been popping up lately. They say modern women have prostitutes' morals, mindset. It's something like that. You know, I forget exactly what it's like, but everything's transactional now.
Yeah, it's conditional. Transactional.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, marriage is conditional, but it's a righteous conditional, and it's held together by careful for self and for one another, not just what I get done.
What I mean by that is, like, you even hear some of these women say that I'll be feminine as long as he do what he's supposed to do. Why can't you just be a feminine woman? That in itself is what attracts them. But you're willing to be a masculine and competitive. No man won't that. But you're gonna go against the grain until you find the man that you want.
You haven't practiced it. What makes you think you're gonna perform in the game?
There it is.
You know, men ain't saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be a masculine man only when I find a woman that should be masculine." It sounds stupid, man.
As Isaiah 4:1 started kicking in at his fullness. Hey, man, the Lord is not going to argue with you. He'll tell you some shit that he wants. If you don't get it right, it's done, man. Because people are dying all over the place, man. We're not going to fucking sit around and explain to you why I said this and why I said that. Motherfuckers dying all over the place, man.
Right.
I tell you a directive of order, you got to do it, man.
It's that simple.
You know, or you gonna get left out.
You got a little more on there? Yeah, that was it. Because before you read that, I just wanted to go into that scene that came to mind right now from the Born Identity. I think it was the first one. When he was like, you know the part I'm talking about? When he's like, well, you take me with you. I can't do this by myself. And he's like, look, I can't. No, I can't. He didn't want to be with the woman. He's like, nah. Because if I move, you gotta move when I move. When I take you, basically tell her, when I tell you to do something, you gotta move and do what I tell you, when I tell you, the way I tell you. You know, it's like, it's not, I'm saving your life, so you gotta be able to deal immediately as I instruct you to do, or this ain't gonna work. You know, and that's the same type of conditions that it's gonna be like when that day comes. For y'all that know that scene, it was right after, I think it was right after that, he was in a little red car and he escaped the people, police, whatever it was, to get out. Go watch that scene again at the end of what he says to her when he was about to part ways. She didn't want to part ways. Check that scene out and you're gonna see the mentality that's gonna be in this day. You gotta
Verse 14, a wife who doesn't talk too much is a gift from the Lord. Such restraint is admirable beyond words.
Whoa. He called it strength. Being quiet is a strength. Hey, there's a power in humility, man. I will always tell you that. There's a beautiful power in humility. It looks good on women, man. It looks beautiful on women. Believe it.
But don't get it twisted though, because there's some women out there that know that. I seen a video of a chick saying, I didn't know how powerful I was until I just shut the fuck up. But she was using it in a manipulative type of way.
Right.
Oh, I'm getting this nigga to do all kind of shit for me. He buying me this and doing that. All I had to do was just, yes, daddy. No, that shit's not gonna fly in that day. Because the Lord gonna strengthen our discernment, and we're gonna know if you being on some manipulative, you know, trying to get over on brothers type of shit, or if you sincere. You're not gonna be able to fake it in that day.
What are you bringing to the table? What are you really benefiting this man? Just another mouth to feed?
Yeah, we not in that day. We not accepting chameleons.
Right.
That's not happening. No chameleons. Don't try to be one way just because it benefits you.
Right.
You know, you're gonna have to really be that.
And tests will be shown, or tests will be
Exactly.
conducted, so to speak. And the Spirit of the Lord is going to be even heavier on us in that day. So a discernment is going to be even heavier. A saying a certain thing stronger to a certain woman, and that day she'll still feel it, you know? She'll still react to it, showing you that it's not humility there, man.
You were going to say something?
No, you got it.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 3. Let me find it. Go ahead and say what you were going to say.
Hey, pretty much the latter end of that verse the elder just read about, in the KJV it says a mind well instructed. You know, it's nothing more valuable than that when it comes to a woman. That's the woman that's going to be picked in that day. Because you're going to have to be, even though you came from whatever you came from, your ability to be transformed and to be, submitted, so to speak, that's going to be, how you say it? How you say it? It's like a deal breaker. That's going to be the deal breaker.
So, the book of Genesis chapter 3, verse 16 in the NLT, it says, "Then he said to the woman, I will sharpen the pain of your pregnancy, and in pain you will give birth. And you will desire to control your husband, but he will rule over you." So it's in a woman's nature to want to rule, to want to control the relationship, want to overpower emotionally her husband. But the decree stands, and the nature tells you that the man is to rule over his wife, man. You know, that's the correct order of things. Here we live in a place where everything is out of order. So to expect for us, we can't expect a woman to completely bow down to us and serve us the way she's supposed to, because we ourselves are just learning the righteous ways.
That's not gonna come until they see the power.
Until they see the power.
As soon as they see the power, that's gonna be a whole different situation.
Yeah.
You know?
But
right now why they respect Esau so much? Why do they bow to him?
he's got the money,
Because he has the power. You know? She admires the serpent. That's why they'll get with the Edomite and be completely submissive. But the very moment she, like what you hear over there, when Esau hears that, something goes off on him and he just he takes her out. I wouldn't be surprised that's what happened to that what's that chick named? Ashley, whatever her name was, over in Tanzania or wherever she was, over in Africa. Yeah. You like, man, that spirit gets on them. They like, oh hell, that's not what I'm married. Fuck that. You know?
Allow women's clamors.
You see some of the examples that the women they know how to submit. It's in them, but they pick and choose what they want to do.
Hey, but what we're going into, you still have more, because what we're going into is Isaiah 4. I actually want that to be read before the Isaiah 4. His brother was reading in the chat.
I'll bring that actually.
He read it already. Right back to
You want me to read something? Was it our speaker again? It says, the women in Isaiah 4:1 are not suddenly changing because of motivational speech or trend. They're psychologically changed because reality changes around them. So survival replaces ego. When society,
like right now, their reality is what they see on social media.
It used to be TV.
Yeah,
Now it's social media.
that's what has influence over their mind. What they see on social media. But once they start to see on people's feeds that shit is fucked up, and then they go outside of their door and they see shit is fucked up, it's gonna force them to hearken to reality.
Who want to deal with that?
who want to go home with that? That's the reason why men sit in their car and sleep in front of their house.
That's what the scripture said. A wicked man, a wicked woman is given to the portion of a wicked man. Any man dealing with those bitches, he deserves it, man.
I think the verse you read said the
They ain't got no
woman,
husbands.
right?
They ain't got They only got somebody that's sticking, tapping. They ain't got no actual husband, none of them.
They gonna leave.
Hey, but the serpent gave them this liberty to move like this. They do this because Esau has allowed this type of behavior. He's actually upheld this behavior. Because when you take a look at social media, you take a look at the Hollywood industry, hey, the type of music that's being played or broadcasted over the radio waves, hey, it's this type of behavior from the women, man. He'd rather see you like in this state to where it's full of confusion, a bunch of colored weaves, fat and obese, you know, a bunch of long eyelashes, long nails, out of order, right? Instead of having you to be that comely and delicate woman, hey, because hey, the women of our nation aren't supposed to be whores. The scriptures say that. There shall be no sodomite nor whore among the daughters of Zion. Hey, but look at us, man. Or look at them, because they not like us, man.
The book of Titus speaks about chastity and discretion. What you don't even see it. You don't gotta see it. What you hear, it's not discretion.
Smell weed.
Yeah, you can smell.
That might be it.
Smell of a nigga, man.
This is age women are supposed to teach the younger daughters.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
A lot of these women are not being taught.
It's Titus 2 and 3. It says, the aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness.
Hey, I keep wondering, like, how come we keep going into this? Okay, it's not Mother's Day, but we stayed away for a while. You know, the Spirit got us going back into it. Why? Because the time is now. The Apostle been putting out Isaiah 4:1 in there every day.
Every lesson Apostle Tar mentions.
Yeah, they come out every day. The Spirit is heavy on this topic. Because the righteous women gonna have to. Now it's time for you to start tuning in and figuring out what's going on, because the peril is right there at your door. We know you're feeling it. Men notice it too, but we don't have a problem with being disciplined and cutting certain things off. It's you that's gonna have a problem when you realize, damn, I done cut that, damn, now I gotta go back to this nigga now. And I gotta go humble myself to whatever else. I gotta change something, because this ain't working. Okay, Corey, your way ain't working. Go watch that special.
Is that back in Titus 2 and 3, the aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home.
This isn't just word salad, just by word, but indeed, it's supposed to teach you how to do this with your actions. How you do it. Verse 31 says she rises up early to provide for her household. She goes to a farm to get the best things to provide for her house. You already know that. And why you not? Why they ain't with you? Why come you ain't with them? What you out for?
To be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands.
Teaching you how to be the right type of woman for your household. Okay? Try to be a wife. That's the thing that brother was saying, that you don't know how to do no more. This is what you need. To be taught, and you don't want to hear men. I don't think men know. Yeah, the woman that's teaching you how to be a wife was taught probably by her husband or her daddy.
Yeah.
Or maybe her mama who was guided to it. Okay? This is how our culture is supposed to be.
Like you said, when that transfer is happening from father's daughter to the husband's wife, and that man does have to reteach his wife,
Yeah.
you know, to the ways that he wants things ran. You know, because she grows up in a household being taught what her father likes. You know, because her mom prepares the food and does the things the way that the father wants established. But you have to relearn as a woman once you transfer onto the property of a new man.
But your father is supposed to leave you to be moldable.
Yeah.
So where, okay, this is what I like, but your husband may like, you know, I mean, you know how to cook, so you just cook what he like. It ain't about, the hard part was cooking and knowing when to cook and how to cook. Not you know, how to clean, how to sew, what you're sewing, well, that ain't the details. That part ain't the part that matters.
We live in a reality too. Reality right now is that lot of marriages, the woman has to work. You know, not every man has the ability to completely support his family, pay all the bills himself. So the woman is forced into the labor force to go out there and get a job also. That right there just it totally disrupts the function of the family, man. Because you know technically she's supposed to be at home. You know, but in today's society, especially with this fucking economy, a lot of women are forced to go out there and get a job, and that creates tension in the family unit because society, social media tells the woman if your man ain't taking care of you, if he ain't paying all the bills, then what the fuck is he there for? You know, you could do better, and it makes the woman hate her husband. You know, to a degree.
Having a work wife and work husband, that's tough.
Because now they're complaining, oh, well, you expect me to work and then come home and cook? Come home and clean? You know? So it's got to be balanced.
Yeah, my thoughts are, you don't want to.
I mean, it is less than 1% of men. It's less than 1% of men that you're going to have to land to basically take care of you. And what's that man going to do? He going to have other women. So you gotta give up something. You can't have no man that's only going to have eyes for you. No, fuck that.
And once you get past, like, it's the second wife, now you got to really start thinking about, damn, what value do I bring? This one cooks, she clean, she pretty. Okay, what this one do? This one good with kids. She know how to gather something. She can earn, bring something in. She can hunt or whatever. What am I good for? Well, ain't gonna be a time where you just come and hang out. That ain't what this is gonna be. They ain't gonna bring on extra miles with another grown ass person just to be feed, just to help you out. That ain't what this is about.
Get in where you fit in.
Yeah, you better figure something out.
It's just like it's just like in this ministry. The church has many members. There's different offices. We got different occupations. There's different skills and talents that brothers have. But we all contribute to the ministry. You know, you see how the Lord says, husbands, love your wives. Even Yahweh Shai love the church. And the church is a body. You know? So that's like the Lord got many women. But they all are functioning as one body. So you women wouldn't think that deep because you're that self-centered in this current society. But hey, going back to Isaiah 4:1, those thoughts gonna start to fester. Like damn, it probably I think it wouldn't be bad if I shared him with other help. Take that lighten that burden, with extra hands, helping hands.
Yeah, when women know you got a lot of options, they get it together, man. You know, they straighten up because they can easily be replaced.
Yep.
Okay, back in the chat, it says, but when war, famine, economic collapse, violence, loneliness, mass death, and instability begin affecting daily life, the human mind shifts from what I can gain to where is safety, order, covering, and stability.
Loneliness. Yeah, women hate being alone, man.
Yeah.
She gotta have somebody with her.
Or somebody to talk to at all times.
You see that? I just seen one the other day. I've come on here to talk to you because I don't know who else to talk to. There ain't nobody on the other line. Talking about they go on social media, they just start talking.
Oh,
They're hoping for responses.
Yeah, that's opposite. Man can be alone.
Man sit back thinking he got to get stronger when he's alone.
Yeah.
Solitude.
Get shit done.
Yeah. Figure things out, get things done, no distractions. Hey, and then there's a whole growing community of women that be like, they went out with girls night. You know, I seen one a couple months ago, but anyway, I seen one was like, yeah, girl, yeah. Turned up at the club, whatever, and then she got in the car and drove off. And then she realized she got to go home to rest. Appreciate you, thank you. She realized she going home, ain't nobody there. Cold, empty ass home. Ain't nothing there. So it sucks.
see videos now of a woman there say, "Oh, I got the degree, I got the 6-7 figure job, all these things that they told us that we can get, I got, and I've never been so lonely in my life."
Leslie Jones.
Yeah.
Leslie Jones. She can't seem to figure it out. Like, I got a career. I'm famous. I got money. But yeah, but she just can't see what it actually is. That's why she can't attract a man. Because our women wasn't groomed to know what men desire.
Right.
Not in this setup. Hell yeah.
Where she look? Not easy on the eye.
You women have built it up to me. If you were that value in all the other places, men wouldn't really mind it. You know, and I make the joke about, damn, what a wheel look like. Look like Leslie Jones. She put on all the, you know what I'm saying? She put you gave you 7 kids. All back.
Leo was like Leslie Jones physically.
Yeah.
She had the qualities.
Exactly.
But Rachel, she was probably Nia Long in her prime.
Exactly.
With hair.
There's no way she looked that bad.
No, she couldn't have. She couldn't.
I'll show the description. Just to make the story get a little harder.
Hey, Jacob would probably swung on her. Because he went in the chambers. It's dark in there, you know what I'm saying?
It would have been like,
He didn't know it was her until
Martin Wayne's movie.
Yeah.
So she wasn't coming to America to work too.
So how much more should her personality be of the real feminine qualities? How much more is that valuable to a man? Yeah. You know, the value of men is the thing that has to be taken seriously in this time. I mean, examples are what they are. You don't get this if you can't capture that the same way. You know? But the value of men will be realized.
It's the curses.
Yeah.
It's just the curses, man. You don't get that same feeling when you look at the other women of the other nations. You see our women and how they carry themselves, or you can think back, it's like, yeah, we under the curse for sure. It's fucking terrible.
I had that one as well.
He says earlier in the chapter before Isaiah 4:1, judgment falls heavily on the men of the land. Thy men shall fall by the sword, Isaiah 3:25. That means
Hey, even Chad know that go together. That's you know.
that means there is a shortage of stable men, protection, leadership, and structure. The prophecy implies many men are dead, society is unstable, fear is high, and women are seeking security and belonging.
Hold on. So we gotta contrast this because Chad understands that the chapters go together. Go up to 3 and 16.
Isaiah 3 and
Because
16.
this is like where we're at now versus where it's going.
It's broken into chapters.
Breaks up the situation or whatever. You know, different topic, but a lot of it came out at the same time.
It's Isaiah 3 and 16, and he reads, "Moreover, the daughters of Zion, the Lord says, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks."
They just walked by literally, didn't they?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Walk with outstretched necks and wanton eyes,
Just flickering and moving across the skies. I saw it too.
walking in mint. It's like
Never mind. Okay, that's trash.
walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling from their feet. It's like with their feet.
So like we just seen a live example of that just now.
The monkeys from the weeds. The ones that was on the bikes. It says, therefore the Lord will smite with the scab the crown of...
And who was the man with big mammy ass? Right?
It says, therefore the Lord will smite with the scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts.
That actually happened to the southern kingdom. The Lord, smite the so-called black woman, Haitian woman, Jamaican woman. They can't go along there. That's what Isaiah prophesied. Because the southern kingdom, they basically the head tribe, Judah, the head tribe of the rest of the tribe. So the Lord, more heavier curses on Judah, on her beauty.
He saw the pride and the haughtiness of our people. And you know what? Since y'all think because I'm dealing with y'all and y'all are in position and you in the land of flowing milk and honey and you got plenty, you got all these blessings, but you proud. I'm gonna tell y'all the conditions of how you're gonna be once I'm done with you. You're gonna go from all this that you had, you look beautiful. And then when I neglect your ass, you're gonna look like a battered woman. A homeless battered woman. A damsel in distress. That's how I'm gonna leave y'all. And it was mainly talking about our women. I'm gonna take away what makes you hoes proud.
You don't look as ugly as they spirit, huh?
Yeah.
Continue to read this.
No, you got a little more.
Okay.
That's like and when our women, when they try to suppress those curses by trying to add aesthetics to themselves and try to add the weave, so the weave in and all that, it fucks them up even further.
Yeah.
Somebody grab Timothy too.
It fucks them up even further.
Yeah, those weaves they get shipped over. Even when women in other nations get they pray to the God. They come home, they wash it. Our women got demons on them.
It's 1 Timothy 2 and 9. It says, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with bright hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array.
So that's everything that I want to wear now. Gold, pearl, and costly array, embroidered hair. They think their outward appearance is what they really want. Hey, we like that stuff, but we like it after the manner of a righteous inward woman, a good inward woman. You know, the inward is the most important. That's what we said. It was in Mark. We said, wash the outside of the cup. Wash the inside of the cup, so the outside may be washed with it. If you start with the inside, the outside gonna get clean. So start by cleaning yourself up on the inside.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. The scriptures say the beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance of a man, but the inner beauty is especially now because beauty nowadays is artificial. So the real beauty now is your character, your inner person, your abilities, your inner being. And right now you can have like a Shrek when Fiona turns into the ogre. So you have to deal with an ogre until the change. But that's still your, that's still your wife, that's still your woman. You deal with that. But hey, when she turned back to Fiona, she back to being a baddie. So, but that's just to show that we value things of the spirit and not just the flesh. That's why right now being a super bad looking woman is overrated right now. It's not even all that. The these same women, they can open up their mouth and become super unattractive with what they saying.
Take that
Their
makeup
mentality.
off. Take that makeup off. They look like 3, 2, 4.
Right.
304.
Take the filter in. Take the filter in. Most of them, they fucking lying on the internet, man. It look completely different.
They got all the angles, all the, you know.
Right.
Filters and shit.
I was gonna bring up Birth of a Nation. Excellent how they chose the actress to play Nat Turner's wife. She was, when he found her, he was like, wow, she'd be good. He was trying to convince the slave master why her. He was like, man, what else? So he ended up buying her, took her home, and had her cleaned up. After she cleaned up, I mean, he had to heal her. Like, time went on, and he finally healed her up. By the time he healed her up, at the end, she was brown skin, I mean, chocolate. She was nice hair, natural, but done up nice.
He saw potential.
Yeah, exactly. What makes a lot of you roll with the trends, and you really taint yourself instead of staying down, you know, staying natural and moving that way.
When I was going back in that Titus 2, there was that list, and I went into one of the words. We'll read it again. This is Titus 2 and 5. It says to be discreet, chaste, or chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of Yahweh Bashim Shad be not blasphemed. But when you go into that word good, it says good, agathos, G18. It says of good constitution of nature, useful. It says good, pleasant, agreeable, joyful, happy, upright, or honorable.
All this is coming off of that Isaiah. This is what you're going to have to become. The whole holy conversation. To be chosen of a man of the Lord for that Isaiah 4:1.
It says benefit, beneficial.
Yeah, highly beneficial. Not what you get from it, but what can you bring. We know what you want. You want protection. But what can you offer us? What can you offer your husband? To make him like, I can't be smelling good. She know how to skin chickens or whatever. I can't lose that. I'm just saying, you know, she can fish. I can't lose that. You know, it's my whole food. She yeah, something. You know? She can start a fire. By hand.
Real quick, I got Proverbs 6 and 25. Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. That's the same with you know, with the Heavenly Father and us. But the Lord ain't looking on your outward appearance. I'm only dealing with men who are, you know, socially accepted. You know, those men who are attractive. No, the Lord is looking on your inward man, your spirit.
Corinthians, he says he had chosen the foolish of the world to confound the wise. He said, not many mighty, not many wise, not many noble are called.
Also, the rough stuff.
Yeah. And so that no man can glory in the Lord's sight. So it's the same thing with a woman. Yeah, a woman, she can be beautiful, but the scriptures say favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. But a woman that fears the Lord is honored above all. That's what you'd rather be. You could be a baddie in your own right, as long as it's in the right spirit. But a boss bitch type of baddie, that's she's gonna die in a famine. She's gonna die in the wars, the civil wars, race wars. You know, wild Tifa, wild beasts. Your beauty ain't gonna stop that if you're not of the elect.
I did have something that goes with that. Women have to see other women get put to death.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So,
So like when David fucking put Michal away, and made sure that she lived with and was never able to give him children, I'm pretty sure that sent the message to all the other women David. I don't want to end up like her.
You remember Michal? She was the daughter of Samson. Saul.
The daughter of a king.
So she already had that proud mind state.
Yeah, I'm a daughter of royalty, so I deserve to be treated a certain way.
I can speak. I
Right.
can speak my mind to the king.
This is Ezekiel 9 and verse 4. It says, "And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst." Well, I'll start at.
Just break it down, then read from there.
Yeah.
Because they talk about sending angels charged to do certain things.
Yeah, it starts with the angel. It says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the man that sighed and that cried, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
That are repentant and then not repentant is basically to test the act itself, no matter who's doing it. Yeah.
It says, and to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite.
Those that actually doing of the testimony.
Yeah, so the Lord sent angels. The Lord said, so-called black men, angels, they got slaughtering weapons, man. Just tearing up, shaking Jerusalem. Wicked of our people. Tearing their ass up, man.
It says,
And the Lord used to kill Jake by the thousands back in those days.
Imagine that.
Thousands of niggas dead.
Women too.
Yeah. Women, little kids, all that. The Lord used to do stuff like that.
He gonna do it again.
Yeah.
He'll do it again, but it's gonna be more. Thousands, 10,000, 100,000 people get put to death in one incident.
it says, let not I spare, rather have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both babes and little children and women. This the scriptures tell us that the enemy is going to come down like a flood. Okay? They're going to be his madmen, spared none. Every nation that goes to war and gets invaded or gets attacked or this civil unrest breaks out, we always repeat this. It's very evident that women are an easy target. Okay? And man, in times of war, they don't, if you're a beautiful woman on the outward, you're basically a bigger target.
Women and children considered slaves. You take the children, make them slaves. Take the women as being concubines. But you gotta kill them.
So it's gonna come a time where the men that sigh and cry, they're gonna receive that protection from the Heavenly Father, man, because they've been set apart. Okay? But everybody else is gonna be exposed, and including these women. A woman outnumber men out here. So think about it, man. That's why I said women gotta see other women get put to death.
Every time stuff is moving, the women are scarce. The children are scarce.
Lamentation 5. I'll start at 8 in the NLT. There you go, you can get it back. Lamentation 5 and 8, it says, I'll start at 7. It says, our ancestors sinned, but they have died, and we are suffering the punishment they deserve. Slaves have now become our masters. There is no one left to rescue us. We look for food at the risk of our lives, for violence rules the countryside. The famine has blackened our skin as though baked in an oven. Our enemies grape the women in Jerusalem and the young girls in all the towns of Judah.
Babylonians took over Jerusalem, making Jerusalem Israelites.
Yep.
severe famine.
There's plenty of articles and reports that ICE has separated young women, basically of the woman from everybody else. Okay? So Jacob's trouble, like the apostle said, Jacob's trouble is already started. It's just, there's levels to it, man. It has to, the fire has to be turned up even more.
Yes, it is beginning phase.
Yup.
And that which have been is that which shall be. There was no new thing under the sun. So what all women experienced during the time of the Babylonians, capturing Jerusalem, and then even to the time of the Greeks and the Romans, you're going to suffer a similar fate. It's actually going to be a lot worse, though. A lot worse.
Start with the apostles on down 30 plus years, born in Jacob. When it finally happens, it's going to be worse than you can imagine, man.
Going back to Isaiah 4. This is why women are going to be desperate to run up under a man. Because you don't want to be ravished. So you're going to want to be up under the protection of a man. You're going to willing to throw away all that pride, all that defiance, being audacious, bold. That's when you're going to finally resort back to humility.
That fucking Jezebel spirit, man. Coming up. There's women that listen to us that get the message, This is for them too, to keep you in fear.
You're doing the right thing. You'll be all right. You need to listen. You're doing the right thing. Doing right by your man and doing right by what the Lord approves of. But, keep that up. Maybe you will inspire other women to do right also.
Temptation is everywhere. Temptation for the woman that is trying to do the right thing. The devil's in her ear too. The weaker vessel. Trying to get her
You're
back.
really trying to pull away at her.
Yep.
Pull her away.
So
But you women, you got to remember though, even when Satan is trying to tempt you like that, remember Lot's wife. Always think about Lot's wife. Whenever you thinking of, that crosses your mind, and you thinking that you missing out on something, what this world has to offer, you've already experienced it, and y'all still not happy. So think about that. You want to be that pillar, that assault's still standing to this day. Yeah. So just keep that in mind. But you can.
It says that means there's a shortage of stable man protection, leadership, and structure. Prophecy applies. Many men are dead. Society is unstable. Fear is high, and women are seeking security and belonging. Psychologically, scarcity changes behavior.
Hey, like Lot's daughters. After the Lord rained that fire and brimstone on those cities, they got out by the skin of their teeth. The angel got them up out of there. They following their father, and they know like he's the only male figure around. The Lord just killed all the other men. What are we gonna do? And
They thought that
there was no men left.
Yeah.
That changed their psyche after what they just experienced. That changed their psyche. it did something to them mentally.
And naturally adapt to the time.
Yeah. And it was wicked because we ain't supposed to be doing shit like that. But put yourself in that time and what had just transpired in the mentality of some young women. They were young. We gotta preserve, you know, a line, a lineage, a genealogy. So what did they do? They lived with their own father and brought forth Ammon and Moab. You know? So you can go back out, but I just want to use that as an example. You know? You got it.
It says, collapse of social illusions. Modern dating culture often operates in a world of social media validation, endless options, entertainment, state support systems, individualistic identity. I didn't know this said state support systems.
Social services.
Yeah, EBT, all that shit. Those things can create the feeling that traditional partnership is optional. But the biblical judgment scenarios, many of those supports disappear. When people experience danger, uncertainty, isolation, and vulnerability, they often return to foundational human instincts: family, protection, structure, loyalty, and community. Prophecy reflects that shift. Number 3, only let us be called by thy name. That line is deeply psychological. In ancient biblical culture, being called by a man's name represented covenant, belonging, protection, family identity, and removal of shame and reproach.
You see Sanders, right? Why? Because I got on capes.
Nah, she said, the one girl was trying to be in order to tell her to, be quiet. So, whatever she was saying, she didn't want to. She didn't want to. No, the first two. The first two. Yeah, she didn't want to muzzle her mouth for the word. But one of them was lightweight in order because, she wasn't.
She probably knew about this.
Yeah.
She probably seen the prophecy.
Why? Because they got on capes. That's damn right. You gonna need a savior, a Superman to come save your simple ass. You know what? Just like we ignored you, the Superman gonna ignore you too. It just happened.
That's why they deserve no attention. Don't give them no attention at all.
That's all they want. They don't even want you. They want the attention. They chose. Hey, y'all talking about last night? They chose the bear and all that. They chose social media also over having a meeting. Think about that.
Hey, you ask you ask a woman, to be together, would you delete your social media? The bitches say no, because she constantly wants that attention. She wants that ego to be fed.
It was like I don't say the perfect man, but a man that you want, whatever. Would you delete your social media?
Right. They say no.
Perfect mate, ideal situation.
And everything that we talking about, the Lord, He always send an example, man. Everything that we talking about, it applies to those type of, I ain't even gonna call them women, them hyenas that walk past. They came over here for attention, and they left without it. If they ain't getting attention right now, it's no amount of crying you're gonna be able to do with that day.
Why they leave from down there so fast? All the groups of women left from down here real fast. Let the music gone, where the music go?
It's because your friend tried to tell you, like, hey, just have some respect. Why you at least for 30 seconds until you walk past? She can't be obedient right now. So you're not gonna be able to talk, nothing. It's right there.
That bitch that did that, she's already marked. She already marked.
She's ready. She's a woman. Yeah, I know.
She's finished.
Put her face right next to her.
Was it the short light skin one?
It was short brown skin one. She had like long weave, long straight with breezy weave.
With the blue shorts on, whatever that was. She was the one that was talking shit.
No, it was the one. He did the other one. we're not demanding provisions. Why? Because the emotional need becomes greater than material demand. The fear of
you got it. That's
the fear of being alone, unprotected, childless, vulnerable, or socially disgraced outweighs pride and negotiation.
They don't, in China, didn't China shame women for not being married by a certain age? I think it's China.
Yeah, it's 26, 25.
It's like when something is fresh and you're using something that is actually fresh, you actually appreciate the freshness. But something that's just been left out and left overnight.
Listen to this shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
God damn. I can't see y'all. That is not.
That's terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible. Like, what I was saying was, when women get to a certain age and they ain't been married yet, that's just like leftovers that's been left for days on the.
It might have been fire
that first night. It was fresh.
Yeah.
It was quality.
Yep.
And that shit got left and nobody touched it.
2 weeks later.
That shit is.
Ain't nobody gonna eat that, no matter what the memory of how delicious
Right.
it was. Yeah.
So that shows you that in the ancient world, that came with a reproach, shame.
This is like 2 weeks ago with refrigerator. The ancient world wasn't no refrigerator like that, We had systems of preservation.
Is Sirach 26 and 25 GNT. It says a self-willed woman is a bitch, but a woman with a sense of decency honors the Lord.
Like that bitch that walked by. She didn't have no respect. I don't care. I ain't gotta shut up. I ain't gotta. Okay.
All right. Cool. And what's funny, that was the message. The one when you read it in the second verse of Psalm 26, that was the one that hit the hardest. That's the easiest thing to do.
That's the thing we hear. You know when that end up with goodbye. She wouldn't shut the fuck up. She had to find out. They don't tolerate that in other places of the world. You can only get away with that here.
She was in Dubai. So she 20 miles down. Cut her fucking head off.
They're in the sea.
He like that. They got put together in South Africa. Hey, he probably gonna beat that case. He got money. You know what I mean?
Most of South Africa is different.
Oh yeah.
Most laws around, hey, sadly, America's the one that gives liberty. Bullshit.
They got laws in Africa where you gotta marry multiple.
Yeah, you got to.
You gotta have more than one. Somalia, Kenya, maybe one of those countries over there.
I know Johannesburg, they going through a riot right now. Heavy riots.
Yeah. So imagine when riots happen here. Women are going to be if they got a house, in a house, somewhere trying to find protection, somewhere trying to seek shelter. They ain't gonna be loud in that day. They ain't gonna be talking shit. They ain't gonna talk about I don't want this, I don't like this. It's gonna be Isaiah 4. Okay, it says, that is the opposite of a luxury mindset. It is a survival and belonging mindset. 4. Judgment humbles human pride. A major biblical theme is that judgment humbles arrogance in both men and women. Book of Isaiah chapter 3 specifically condemns pride, vanity, oppression, corruption, and self-exaltation. It said, book of Isaiah chapter 3 specifically condemns pride, vanity, oppression, corruption, and self-exaltation.
A lot of women have those traits. It ain't only women, but a lot of women have those traits.
The chapter even directly addresses the daughter of Zion, walking with pride, outward display.
I didn't realize that.
The chapter 4 shows the aftermath. The sequence is important. Pride, judgment, humbling, desire for order and covering. That pattern appears throughout Scripture. 5. Fear changes human priorities. Psychologically, fear strips people down to core needs, the necessities of wants.
And what it shows is that judgment when hell would come upon Jake would go to the prophets and ask, why is the Lord pronouncing this evil against us? They will start to question, like, damn, what did we do for this to happen? Accountability. That's what happens, man. Self-conviction.
While we're going through slavery and all these atrocities that's happened to our people, they still think I can rap these lyrics, I can dunk from a free throw line or whatever. You know, I'm good. I got meals, I can ride to the big dog or whatever. No, man. The Lord knows something.
Exalted in that day.
Yeah. But the same day as in that day. Everybody was
For the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. It say he, but it means women as well.
It's almost the end of those. Number 5 was, it said modern relationship culture often emphasizes preference, luxury, emotional entertainment, status, and self-centered fulfillment. But under severe hardship, people prioritize safety, food, stability, leadership, trust, and survival. That's why Isaiah 4 and 1 sounds so different from modern dating culture. The prophecy depicts a world where social structures have collapsed. Male leadership is scarce, and survival pressure have humbled society. Verse 6, point 6. The natural role aspect. From biblical worldview, many believers interpret the passage of women returning to more traditional feminine roles centered around nurturing, cooperation, family, support, and covenant. But Scripture also teaches responsibility for men, leadership, provision when possible, righteousness, sacrifice, wisdom, and protection. The prophecy is not merely women become humble, it is society becomes broken enough that pride and social games collapse.
Everyone. That's, Isaiah 24. It talks about how the Lord is going to take away the mirth of the land. The mirth of the land is going. You know, strong drink is better to them that drink it. There's no more enjoyment because you're being overwhelmed with so much calamity. All these plagues is hitting you all at once. You can't enjoy nothing. Everything is being broken down. You know? That means, hey, party is over. Party over, man. No more nightclubs, bars, men asking you to buy you, can I get you a drink? That shit is out. That's rare. They close early. When has that happened? Lord, shut your party down. That's right. Shut your parties down.
I got a quick saying real quick. I don't know who said this, but anyway, it says, a wise man among the ignorant is as a beautiful girl in the company of blind men. So, you got it, right? So it's like a wise man among the ignorant that don't know, they don't know what they're looking at. They're blind. But they don't, like the women walking past, they don't realize this is the most precious men you're going to find in all Vegas. Right here. All in one collective spot. Right by where you're going to find, don't act like you just go have drinks and good to girls. Shut the hell up. That's against do that at home. You do it all day scrolling. That's why you ain't at home scrolling. You out. That's why you dressed up. These other women don't care. They dress like you. It ain't about that. It's clearly to be seen in men.
Yeah. You know what you're doing when you leave the house like that.
And they wondering why we ain't looking, because y'all don't recognize what this truly is. You don't even know what that is to be shutting up for them. But you can't see the value. One of them can kind of see like, there's something going on that's got to be important, because they ain't giving us no looks. And she knew, because she was the baddest looking one.
But even
They ain't even looking at me.
But even her, look who you're hanging with.
Exactly.
And you rather be amongst a bunch of whores, you know, so you gonna be treated like a whore too.
That's why the boy over that club down there. See, the niggas pass right by us. And they gonna be the same niggas in Amos the 8th chapter. We gonna try to search for the truth when all hell breaks loose. They gonna remember, they gonna see the prophets. Oh, well, you know, right next to that club.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And by that time, they ain't gonna find us.
I recognize your fringes. Shut up.
Kate.
Usually when we take this off, people don't even recognize it. You know?
Like same
Sometimes
same
they
day.
do, sometimes they don't.
Take this off. They don't even really recognize it.
We used to teach them the strip. Then we go somewhere after, and they would even.
Yeah, they didn't know. We noticed them.
Yeah.